Yes.
Are you ready to cook?
Not for real.
Come on, girl. Hey, y'all. This is Althea, and I'm back with another episode of Making It Your Own. As you can tell from the things that's sitting on the stove, we're going to make peanut brittle today. It's one of my favorite things to make, especially for the holiday. I was thinking Christmas coming up. You make this a couple of times in November. By December, you'll have it down pat. The first thing we're going to add to this hot pot is some Karo syrup. You want to put a cup of Karo syrup into the pot. And I'm going to give you a little trick that I should have done and I forgot. If you add a little Pam non-cooking oil to your cup, it would have come straight out. That's a cup of Karo syrup. This is a half a cup of water. My best friend Jackie told me. She said, Althea, you cannot keep not telling them the measurements. I don't measure anything. So I'm thinking, I'm cooking it, they can figure it out. So I'm going to start measuring for you all. So what I'm going to do, you see this is hot. I wanted it to boil like this. And we're going to boil it for about 4 or 5 minutes until I get a thickness. You want it to boil really, really well. And it's really, really boiling right now. That's what we want. Look at that. Homemade candy. Your friends are going to be so impressed. You watch and see. Peanut brittle is something that seems like it is really hard to make, and it is not. People think it is. They think it's laid over a pot. This is some easy crap. Can I say crap? This is some easy mess. Guess I shouldn't say mess either there, huh? It's easy. Okay, and we're going to let this boil for like 3 or 4 minutes. And then we're going to add 2 sticks of butter, not margarine, butter. And make sure it's unsalted butter. You don't want to add salt to peanut brittle. Well, you're going to add salt, but not a lot. We'll do that later. Don't worry. Just follow. Okay, we got it to the consistency of boiling that we want. And you're going to boil this probably about 8 or 12 minutes. And I'm going to add 2 sticks of butter. Angel, I'm sorry, I'm in your way. And that's going to equal 2 cups. Most recipes just tell you 1 cup of butter. I'm adding 2. I'm making it my own. And we're going to boil this probably for another 10 minutes. And you're going to put it on medium. Guess I need to leave it alone until it melts down some, huh? I'm telling you all, this takes about 25 minutes to make. But it's well worth it. This is a nice Christmas treat. People say, are you afraid people are going to steal your recipes and possibly sell it? This is somewhat my dream. I've always wanted to teach people how to cook, and now I'm able to do it. And the fun part about this page, you're going to make it your own. You may want to use cashews. You may want to use almonds or something like that. Normally, when you make peanut brittle, you use Spanish peanuts. I use salted, sea salted, dry peanuts. They work fine and they're cheaper than Spanish peanuts. And I can get it in bulk because I make a lot of peanut brittle for Christmas. One of the people that I made peanut brittle for faithfully every year was a great friend of mine that passed away 2 years ago in December of 2016. Her name is Annette, and I really miss her. She told me I made the best peanut brittle in the world. And whenever I make this peanut brittle, I think about her. I love this, and I love her. Every time I'm stirring, because this is a recipe that you have to stir for a while, I'm constantly thinking about her, saying, Annette's gonna love this batch. She made me feel special, so every time I make this peanut brittle, I'm thinking about a special person. I love and miss you, Annette. Look at this. This is so pretty. You're going to boil this for probably about, on medium, for probably about 5 minutes. You want to continue to stir it, believe me. And if you look over here, I have water over here. It's ice water. A lot of people use a candy thermometer. I know a lot of people do not make candy, so they don't have a candy thermometer on hand. So I decided today I'm going to do it old school with you. And I'm going to use ice water. Later on, once you make this for a while, you can get your candy thermometer and make it. But when I first learned how to make this peanut brittle in the 7th grade, I learned how to make it with ice water. And I think I like making it that way. I'm going to show you how to check the consistency of your peanut brittle in a few minutes. You want to get you a nice pot too that won't stick, because this can be a mess cleaning up. And while you're stirring it, you're also changing the color of it as well. This is another way that I'm making it my own. A lot of people do not use flavoring in their peanut brittle. I do. I'm going to just put a few drops of lemon flavoring. Excuse me. I'm going to use pure vanilla flavoring. Just a drop or two. I guess like a half a teaspoon of each of it. And surprisingly enough, just a teaspoon of coconut. If you don't like any of these flavorings, don't put them in there. I like the combination of them all. Getting where I want it to be now. I'm going to tell you all right now, I messed this up. I forgot to add the sugar to this. It's 2 cups of sugar. Hopefully we'll find out today if it's going to mess up or not. I forgot to add it to the batch. But we're going to keep going. We're going to make it our own in a different way, huh? That was 2 cups of sugar. 1 cup of K-Roll syrup. A half a cup of water to this. I looked over there and I saw those 2 cups of sugar. I said, oh shoot. I really apologize for this. I want to let you know how this is supposed to be made for real. So when you first make your pot, you're going to put a cup of K-Roll syrup in here, 2 cups of sugar, and you're going to let it come in a half a cup of water, and you're going to let it come to a complete boil. Once it comes to a complete boil for about 8 minutes, then you're going to go and stick your 2 sticks of butter in there and your flavoring, and then you're going to let it continue to boil on. I'm not afraid of what's going to happen with this because I mess up all the time. I might end up making some good out of this recipe. Who knows? Did you all know that gooey butter cake was made by making an accident while making a cake? You could be watching something live right now, a great creation. We're going to find out because I'm not throwing this away. Do you know how much sugar costs? I'll get it where it needs to be. And one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to thin it out a little bit with this water. Because it is too thick. I need it to start boiling. I guess we're just creating something as we go along, huh? I need it to boil. We got it to the consistency that I want, and I want to show you. I've tried it a couple of times, and I do apologize, guys. I think I got a little sentimental about thinking about my friend, and I forgot to add the sugar. I do apologize, but if you follow what I initially told you about adding the sugar in the the sugar in the syrup, you'll be fine. And what I'm doing, I'm putting it in here and making sure it's kind of brittle. Can you see it's kind of brittle? When it's brittle like this, you're not going to drink the water, so put your finger in there. When it's brittle like this, you want to add 2 cups of your dried or Spanish peanuts. Do not add more than 2 cups, and the reason why I'm telling you don't add more than 2 cups, it's going to be a complete mess, and it's not going to harden at all. Even though you're going to want to add more than 2, and believe, I'm telling you from experience because I've tried it. Do not do it. I'm going to do this for like 2 or 3 more minutes. And this is going to help it change its color. I poured out probably like a half a teaspoon of salt. That's when you want to put the salt in there. Salt and peanuts, great together. Just a little salt and peanuts. It's getting hard. We're going to have to keep stirring it. I think it's about ready. I can check a little piece again. Stick it down there and let it move. You want it to crack like real peanut. Brittle. And it's cracking. We're going to let it do it for about a half a minute more. I'm going to turn it down some more. right now you're pretty much getting the color that you want. I'm trying to let it spread out some. And it's ready. To this pot now, what I'm going to add, I measured also probably a teaspoon of baking soda. Not baking powder, baking soda. And what the baking soda is going to do is form this up. Now I want to tell you this, before you, when you first start making your peanut brittle, get you a cookie sheet and grease it well with butter, because you're going to have to work really quickly at this point. And you're going to put the peanut brittle onto the cookie sheet and spread it. You're going to work really fast. So Angel, you stand here for a second. I'm going to move this over so they can see it. I'm going to move some of this stuff out the way because we're going to have to boogie. I'm going to move all this stuff out the way. Angel's still watching my popcorn. We're going to switch places and we're going to stir this one more time. See, it's gotten the consistency color that I want. You want it to look like a peanut butter color. And now I'm going to add a teaspoon of baking soda. I'm going to stir really quickly. Stir it again. Want it to kind of form together, foam up like. Okay, here we go. And this is the way I do it in real life. Look at it. Look how it's moving. Then you're gonna let it rest for probably about 10 minutes. So we'll come back and let you see what it's gonna look like. Guess me adding the sugar in there last didn't matter, y'all. Bag it up. Enjoy. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you like it. I know you will.